March is Women's History Month, and we're highlighting entrepreneurs, starting with a local photographer. Joining me now is Sandy Tenuto. Okay, so you have an incredible career path, and I want to start way back. We'll say way back, sorry, only because you said it during the break. In the 90s, when you were a wildcat at U of A, let's go there. You wanted to be in a sorority. Dad said, no, here's a camera instead.
Yeah, Dad was like, go pay for it yourself, sent me a camera, and then I started photographing all the sports teams, and I fell in love with it. I thought I'd be a teacher, and I ended up being a photographer.
Which is so cool. You want to do history and teach, and then you went into sports photography, and I'm telling you, if you guys can just look at this display, this is just a fraction of what you've photographed in your career. Tell us what is special about these particular items that we're getting to look at.
Well, I kind of just put a collection together. I mean, I have boxes and boxes of published work from national to local. So I just try to stay local with our people that we know, from the Diamondbacks to the Suns to football. Kurt Warner's under there.
Yes, here's
These are
Kurt.
all local magazines as well, except ESPN. I just wanted to shine Phoenix. But I had the privilege of working with the teams as a team photographer, one of the first females to hold a team photographer position starting in the 90s when I was 23 years old. And then it just developed and snowballed into weddings and families and trips to Haiti to photograph humanitarian aid.
And that's one thing I want to touch on. So when you do these high-end shoots with celebrities and athletes and whatnot, but then you go to Haiti and you see poverty at its worst. What is the 180? How do you approach taking photos differently with athletes versus Haitians?
I guess creating a legacy for a family to hold onto of their images and to share. Haitians don't have photographs.
Right.
They don't believe in their photographs. Creole is like the whole religion in voodoo. They don't take photos. So when they see themselves in photographs and the children are amazed and they're in awe with it, it's a different feeling. It's completely different from having so many riches to poverty.
Sure, certainly.
Right? It humbles you. It makes you appreciate the trade more. It makes you connect with people more. It brings value to a photograph.
Absolutely. And you had said, I don't really think I've pioneered anything. People have been taking pictures for decades, but really we're talking about females doing this kind of work and breaking in. And you worked in the industry when it was dominantly males. And now you're so proud of our local organizations because they have women at the helm doing the same job you fell in love with.
Yes, the Diamondbacks have had 2 female photographers after me, which is phenomenal. It is a tough sport. I mean, there were, no pun intended with that,
Sure.
but I mean, there were women working in the office. There were women reporters. I remember I was 24. I listened to, she was on ESPN at the time. I went to a seminar with Robin Robbins. Everyone remembers her. Yes. Amazing. And I sat there and she just talked about the importance of integrity in women's sports. I wasn't a locker room person unless there was, a celebration.
Sure.
I gave everyone the respect. I learned the personalities of the athletes and I respected their boundaries. Some were quiet, some were divas, some were standoffish, but I mean, I got along with Randy Johnson, and people were scared of him, right?
Everybody's scared of the big unit, but he's a friendly giant, right?
He's totally a bear.
We have to go, but do you have one little piece of advice before we wrap for the women out there who want to do photography?
Just keep going, hold your own. Know what your value is and cherish that, and don't let anyone strip that from you, and then you can hop over any hurdle that you have ahead of you.
Amen. Sandy Tenuto, thank you for sharing your work with us. We really appreciate it.